So it's kind of fun when you just hit the buttons at the same time and then one just kind of magically wins. And here's a demo of the working file. If I press the red button here, it says Team 1 wins. And if I press the other buttons, nothing happens. And I can press the reset button. And then if I press the green button, Team 2 wins. And if I press the other buttons, nothing else happens. So this is when you press the buttons at the same time and you know who actually pressed it first. And it does reset after a few seconds. Ready? So let's press this button, and that's Team 4, and nothing else happens. I can reset it. So guess what? This yellow button is Team 3. And yeah, if I press another button afterwards, nothing happens. So you know Team 3 won, and I can go ahead and reset it.
Hi everyone, I'm Caroline, and welcome back to the channel. If you love DIY tech and creative builds, you're gonna enjoy this one. Today we're hacking arcade buttons to make the Game Night Buzzer. Perfect for trivia, Jeopardy-style games with your friends and family. I'll be using this Arduino Uno connected to a Raspberry Pi 4 with 2 buttons, but this setup can easily scale to up to 6 players. You can also substitute the Raspberry Pi with a PC or Mac. My buttons are upcycled from my Google AIY Voice Kit, but don't worry, I'll link to where you can get similar ones if you don't have this. And if you're watching this video in November 2025, good news, I'm giving away this discontinued Google AIY Kit this month. Stay tuned to the end of the video for details on how to enter. Now let's get started.
The items you'll need for this project include, of course, your Arduino Uno and the cable that came with it. And we're going to plug that into our Raspberry Pi. Now you can use any other computer, Mac or Windows computer. I'm using an Arduino connected to my Raspberry Pi 4. I'll also need a 16:2 LCD screen. This does have the backpack on it, which reduces the wiring to 4 wires, and we will connect that up. For the sounds, I am going to use a piezo buzzer. I'm going to use this small button as a reset button, or it will time out. If you don't have this button, that's okay. The other thing I'm using is I'm repurposing the arcade buttons from my Google AIY Kit. And I did 3D print these little button holders, and they just slide in like this. And I'm going to use the included nut to attach them. And then I'm also reusing the cable that came with my Google AIY Kit. And we are going to have a specific way we are going to plug these in. So there is a wire diagram later on. So we're going to plug this in, and then of course there is a bottom to this, and of course I will link all the files in the description, and that is how it sits. I'm going to need a bunch of cables, male to male, male to female cables that I'll be using throughout this project. And the final project, I am going to power off a power bank charger. And the final project is actually one that's 3D printed. So I've 3D printed a case for my Arduino Uno, and I've got a tiny breadboard in here, and yeah, you can see I've got tons of wires in here, and that is the final project that you saw at the beginning of this video. To get this started, I am going to wire my LCD screen to my Arduino Uno. Now I'm going to use female to male cables, and as you can see, all I do is plug in each cable. And there are 4 cables. One is for ground, and I am going to just go ahead and plug that into my ground wire here, and then I'm going to plug in on my Uno ground to ground, and that way I have a ground line throughout my project. Power is the purple cable, and I'm going to plug this into the 5-volt power here. And when we go through the test, if it is a little too bright or not bright enough, then we will adjust it on the back with a small Phillips head screwdriver. And then we need to connect SDA and SCL, and those are going to go to A4 and A5. That is the initial setup just to get the LCD screen working.
This is the default Raspberry Pi desktop, and I'm going to go ahead and open up a web browser, Chromium, and I'm also going to open up my command terminal. And I'm going to start off on my GitHub page. Now I will link to this below. It's the Arduino Game Buttons Buzzer. All of the files are here and some of the instructions are here as well. Scroll down here and you'll get to take a look at the materials are listed on here. How this works is listed, and I've also got a little wiring table. To get started, we're going to go and install the Arduino IDE. Now mine is already installed on this Raspberry Pi. But if I did need to install it, I would just copy and paste sudo apt install Arduino and go over here on my command terminal, and I would sudo apt install the Arduino. It's already installed, very good. I clone this repository, git clone the entire repository. All right, excellent. And I can go into my admin file, I'll open up a file manager. I can now see that Arduino Game Buttons Buzzer is now a folder and all of the code has been downloaded. I also want to show you while we're here on this GitHub page, the first wiring. And I have a wiring diagram. I apologize. This is literally the worst wiring diagram I've ever made in my entire life, but it is over here on the GitHub under wiring and images. Under buzzer-Arduino, this is a wiring diagram. I apologize, this is terrible. They didn't have the buttons available with the 4 leads on Fritzing, so I just kind of made my own. And now you can see how things need to be wired up. So we're going to start with the LCD screen. I'm going to wire the LCD screen SDA to A4, SCL to A5, which is down here, and then ground to ground, and then the VCC to 5 volts. And if I click on the Raspberry to open up the menu of my Raspberry Pi, you'll see under Programming, Arduino IDE. And I'm going to open that up, and it opens up an empty sketch that does nothing. But you need to make sure your Arduino IDE is installed and ready to go. Now I'm going to go into my LCD folder, and I'm going to open 1-LCD. Right click, and I'm going to open it in Arduino IDE. There are a few prerequisites we need to get going before we can get this to work. One is that you need to get your liquid crystal underscore I2C library. And to get liquid crystal underscore I2C, that library available to us, we're going to go to Tools. We are going to Manage Libraries. And I have searched in the library manager for liquid crystal underscore I2C. I have found it here. Mine is already installed, but if you haven't done this before, yes, you will need to install it. For example, if it's not installed, you will select your version and then click install, but mine's already installed. So I'm just gonna go ahead and close this. Also, as part of the setup process, let's make sure that your Arduino Uno is recognized by your computer. And under Tools, you'll go to Port, and you want to make sure that the port you have plugged it into is selected and the correct board is selected. And in this scenario, it is the Arduino Uno. Now I have my Arduino Uno connected to the USB port of my Raspberry Pi, and I have my LCD screen connected to the Arduino Uno. 1-LCD test script ready to go. I'm going to hit verify, and I think it verified, and then I'm going to hit upload, which it verifies and uploads when I do this. And let's see if the display changes to Welcome to Game Night. And there it is. It says Welcome to Game Night. Excellent. We have our LCD screen working. And that's step 1. Next, let's go to button-LCD. And this is step 2 in our process. Now let's take a quick look at our wiring diagram. We are using a reset push button here, or just a regular push button, and we are going to connect it to D8 and ground. Let's go ahead and do that now. And we have our button connected, so let's hit upload. And I can see that my LCD says ready, press button. I will press the button, and it said reset button pressed. And that is how this second step works, and it resets itself. And then I'll press the button, and it says reset button pressed. Excellent. Now let's move on to step 3, the buzzer. Well, let's take a look at the buzzer configuration. Connect the positive lead of the buzzer to D9, and then you want to connect it to ground. Let's do that right now while I open up this buzzer sketch. Let's run this buzzer, and it says ready, press button. So I'm going to press the button. And it says reset button pressed, and now you hear a sound. So let's try that again. And now you know that the buzzer is working. You press the button and the buzzer works.
That is the expected result for step 3. And now I'm going to show you how I wire up the button. The arcade button has this little crown looking thing in the middle. I'm using these spade connectors. I'm reusing the wire from my AIY kit. Each spade connector connects to one of the contacts, and yes, the order does matter. You'll see on the wiring diagram we've got a pin out here, and I'm going to connect the wire that is in the top right. If you're holding the crown upright, the top right, I'm going to connect D2 on my Uno board. If I'm holding the crown upright, bottom right hand corner, I'm going to connect that to D10, and then I'm going to connect ground to ground as well, ground to ground, and then we will close the case here. I'm just going to test one button, button number 1. I've connected the button itself to D2, and I'm connecting the LED within the button, and that's why there are 4 leads on this button. I'm connecting that to D10, and I'm connecting ground to ground, and then we're going to test out this button. And here we are back on our Raspberry Pi desktop. Under wiring and images, the leads underneath the crown go to the LED, and the leads on top of the crown actually trigger the button. Let's go over to step 4, buttons and LEDs. And we're going to open this one up with our Arduino IDE, verify, and upload this sketch. Here we go with the arcade button. When you press the button, it lights up, and then when you press it again, it turns off. When you're just toggling the button, we can connect up the other arcade buttons. I'm just going to connect 4. The code goes up to 6. I have not tested all 6. I'm just going to connect the 4. And I'm going to do in exactly the same method that I did for this red button here. Now I have connected all 4 buttons. I'm going to use the same sketch, 4 buttons, LEDs. This is step 4. That's what the 4 means. I have finished uploading it, so let's check it out. This code is strictly to test your buttons and your LEDs to make sure that they're working. So if I press the red button, red LED turns on. If I press it again, it turns off. And you can do that with each of the buttons. So now all of the buttons are on, and they just toggle on and off with the LED. And if you press the reset button, it says reset button pressed. This is just a way for us to test all the buttons all at the same time without having to reset, to make sure the buttons are hooked up properly and the LEDs are working properly. Now I'm going to close 4-buttons LEDs. Let's go to game buzzer button LEDs, and if all of the previous steps 1 through 4 worked, then this should automatically work. Let's open up this sketch. We can upload the sketch. I hear something. And here's a demo of the working file. If I press the red button here, it says team 1 wins, and if I press the other buttons, nothing happens. And I can press the reset button, and then if I press the green button, team 2 wins. And if I press the other buttons, nothing else happens. So this is when you press the buttons at the same time and you know who actually pressed it first. And it does reset after a few seconds. Ready? So let's press this button, and that's team 4, and nothing else happens. I can reset it. So guess what? This yellow button is team 3. And yeah, if I press another button afterwards, nothing happens. So you know team 3 won. And I can go ahead and reset it. You can name your teams. So we're going to have team 1 instead of team 1. We're going to have red. For team 2, we're going to have green. So I'm replacing team 2. Team 3 was yellow. And team 4 is white. I've just replaced the team numbers with team names. And then I'm going to verify, upload. I'm just going to hit the button, and let's see how this goes. It is ready, so let's check this out. Red wins, and that's the team name I gave it. So if I press the other buttons, nothing happens. It automatically resets. Green wins. Okay, so nothing happens. I can hit reset. White wins, all right. Reset that. Yellow wins. Yes. So it's kind of fun when you just hit the buttons at the same time, and then one just kind of magically wins. Reset. And that time red won. You can just have a great time playing with these. And there's only one winner per round until you reset, or you just let the timer finish up. And that is the completed project. So if you got to this point, congrats. And that is your game night timer. Who had the fastest hand when they tried to buzz in? And there you have it.
your very own game night buzzer using arcade buttons. Next, I'll be building the same project on a Raspberry Pi Pico, so make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss it. If you're watching this video in November 2025, I'm giving away this discontinued Google AIY Voice Kit version 1. The Raspberry Pi 3 is not included, and the giveaway is US only. To enter, comment on the game you love playing on game night and fill out the entry form in the description. I'll be announcing the winner live on my channel. Thanks so much for watching, and if you'd like to support my channel, please purchase a copy of my book, A Woman's Guide to Winning in Tech, and I'll see you in the next build. Bye now.